Okay, welcoming everybody in over on FB and YT. I have to figure out where I'm at. Okay, Charity, you got this. We're gonna get our IG friends going on here. And yeah, okay, let's get our TT friends going on here. Good Lord. In the words of the Pickle Man, good Lord. It's going to be a fantastic, amazing Friday. I'm super excited. So, for those of you that don't know who I am Charity, aka NiceComps. I am a reseller south of Austin, Texas. I resell a little bit of everything. I primarily do men's clothes, vintage clothes, band t-shirts. I love doing toys. But I also sell some women's stuff, just not as much. Karen, what's good? Claire is here. Welcome in, you guys. Get settled. Let's hang out. And yeah, it's gonna be a great day. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think 12 things to ship today. So FHE, good to see you. Court, good to see you. Oh my goodness. Ruth is here. It's going to get spicy. Okay, let's just make sure this is working everywhere. I think that it is. So happy Friday, guys. First of all, TGIF. I don't know about y'all, but this week seemed really long to me. I don't know why. I was just real busy. We had that crazy 3-hour long video game WN show on Tuesday. I have been trying to get listings up like crazy and get back into the groove of things. Because we had all gotten so sick at our house and antibiotics and strep throat and all the craziness. And I don't know what happens, but you get sick and you get out of a routine or whatever happens. And I'm still trying to get back in that routine. I usually like to try to list about 20 items a day, and I'm getting 10 up right now. So I think I'm just having there's a hard week of getting going. I don't know if anybody else felt that, but I definitely felt that this week. Court says, I have something to send to you. What size shirt do you prefer? Court, what are you talking about? Well, I love prizes, so I'm not going to say no, but that's so thoughtful and crazy. I wear a men's large. I don't typically wear women's clothing if it's a women's shirt, because I am so tall. I'm 5'9", and women's shirts, no matter what the size is, they dip in the side here, and then they're just always short on me. Ruth joined the team. Yeah, baby. So I typically wear a men's large, but that's really thoughtful. Holy smokes. Brian here, guys, it's hopping today. We got a lot of people in here today. Everyone's climbing in, hanging out, getting bundled up for some shipping. Okay, so let's get this started here. So this is everything that sold on Wednesday night. I think we sold one item Wednesday night because we had already shipped Wednesday, or maybe we sold 2 on Wednesday, and then we sold a bunch yesterday. And I don't think I sold any. No, I sold 1 this morning. So, I typically sell anywhere, between 5 to 10 items a day. It just depends on the time of year though. Right now, it's always slower right after the holidays and stuff. I feel it started to pick up, and we got payday. So make sure you guys are running specials or signing offers or whatever, because payday, today's the last day of the month. So Sharon, what's good, guys? If I missed any comments, I apologize. And if you are joining us over on YT, IG, or FB, feel free. Tenacious says, loving the shirt. I got this at, you guys remember I got this at a garage sale. So I just could not bear to sell it. I was like, it's too amazing. So, oh my goodness. My hubby's flirting with me. I asked him to take a look at the streams to make sure they looked good. And what did he say? You look amazing as always. Oh my goodness. Mr. Holden, are you flirting with me? Nope, he says. All right, let's get this party started. Okay, so the first thing we are selling is, and you guys probably saw my post about this, so I'll just pop it open here for you real quick here. It is a 1980s Wrangler pearl snap chambray sleeved shirt. All of this Western stuff right now is just so crazy hot. So I would definitely advise picking it up. Of course, you don't want to pay some crazy amount for things. I usually, I'm a garage sale sourcer and a thrift or a yard sale sourcer. I don't really go to thrift stores. I've never been to the bins. So for me, most of the stuff I'm getting, my cost of goods is really low. So my cost of goods on average is anywhere between like 50 cents to like $2 or $3, like tops. Unless I find a pair of Nikes for $5 or $10, I might pick them up if I know I can flip them, for 80 or something. But I buy really, really low. So let's see, what did this sell for? I took an offer on this, and it looks like the offer was, I don't know, because we got to find out. I didn't even look. The offer I took was, I know that sounds terrible, but 43. We took it for 43 was the offer. It looks like they paid $6.99 for shipping. It is not going to cost me $6.99 to ship this, so we will make a little bit of money. Got to get in our new pack of stickers here later on today. We're running out of stickers. All right, so this person's going to get a little thing of balloons and a thank you card. Here we go. What do you do in the winter months when there's no yard sales? You know what, user? I'm in Texas, so there's no such thing. Like, even last weekend, and I actually didn't go out last weekend. I've been recovering from being super sick, and so I haven't been out in the cold in public much. But even last week, there was a whole bunch in our buy-sell trade groups. So for me, it's an all-year thing. Now, where I used to live, I'm from the Seattle area, as you can probably tell by how I look. So I'm from the Seattle area, and over there, you don't have a choice. There is no garage sales. There's garage sales. There's a lot of garage sales from like May until like the very beginning of September, pushing it. So when I lived there, I did all of my sourcing literally in those months, and just hoarded. Now, that being said, I haven't been a full-time reseller for a long time, you guys. I've only been doing this full-time for like 8 months now. Before that, I was a dabbler, super dabbler. I had a whole different career. I was just making a little money on the side. So here, though, I can go garage selling every Saturday. Now, it's not as good in the winter, and what I mean by that, it's still good, though. But, like, on the summer months and in spring, I can hit, like, 40 sales on a Saturday. This time of year, it's more like 20, and I have to drive quite a bit to get to those. So I am looking forward to warmer weather. I got bit by a mosquito. You want to know how it itches so bad? I'm gonna try not to itch it. I went outside. Long story short, I went outside to clean the hot tub and I got bit because that's what happens to me. But oh my gosh, it itches so bad. Don't itch it. Charity, don't itch it. Naughty. That's where I live. I live in a place where there's a mosquito and it's winter. So that answers that. Do you source specific brands, says Levi? Levi, that's a really good question. So I would say the ones I look for the most are really my bread and butter. So I sell a ton of Levi's. I sell a lot of Levi's, a lot of jeans, Ariats, men's jeans. I'm always on the look for those. I'm also always on the look for like grunge jeans because those are popular. And then of course, baggy jeans, boot cut, and flare jeans. So number one, definitely looking for that. I also look a lot for Ralph Lauren. I sell a ton of Ralph Lauren button-up dress shirts, Ralph Lauren polo shirts. I sell a ton of those. So I'm always looking for those. And the great thing about those is generally at garage sales, I can find them for like, people will let them go for like 50 cents or $1. And then I can turn around and sell them for anywhere between like 15 to like 60, depending on that. So I definitely look for that. I also am a shoe hound. So I hate cleaning them. I love selling them. I look for Nikes, I look for Converse, I look for Vans, I look for Docs, I look for anything that's like a grunge aesthetic. So pretty much any like ankle type combat boot. I sell a lot of like old vintage military gear, so I'm always looking for that. And then I also am a big aesthetic seller. So I would say I probably sell, let's see, they paid $6.99 for shipping. We're paying $4.57. So we're making our original investment back, part of our fees back and all that. We probably made, I don't know, $35 on this in total, something like that. So I'm also an aesthetic seller. So 50% of the stuff I pick up because it's name brand. Ask me about women's brands. I ain't telling you nothing. I know a couple of them. It's just not stuff I look for. Now, if I'm at a sale and I feel material and it feels quality, I'll comp that while I'm at the garage sale, but it's just not what I look for. But I look for aesthetic stuff. So I like to sell on Depop. So I sell a lot of like Y2K. I sell a lot of stuff that's popular in pop culture. So I do a lot of band t-shirts. I do a lot of like old vintage clothes and stuff like that. So I look for a lot of that. And then I also look for vintage toys. So I'm always on the hunt for Ninja Turtles, Transformers, G.I. Joes, Rainbow Brights, Care Bears, My Little Ponies, as long as it's the good ones. I got Garbage Pail Kids cards. I mean, a little bit of that stuff too. So I'm probably 50-50, 50 aesthetic, 50 name brands. Put chapstick on that bite. Oh my gosh, does it work? I have chapstick right here. I have chapstick that Coley sent me. Does it actually work? Because I'm going to try it. Wait, I'm going to try it with this one. It's ultra moisturizing. I know this sounds insane, but it's just so bad. It is all I can do right now to not be scratching it. And I'm not kidding. I literally can't not scratch it. Ooh, let's try a new flavor today. I love a chapstick addiction. Coley, we're trying a chapstick. We're doing raspberry. We're doing raspberry today. Let's say. Does schnozberries taste like schnozberries? That tastes like, that's really good. That tastes like raspberry. Welcome to the ADHD brain, folks. This is how we roll in this house. This is how we roll in this house. Okay, so this is getting printed out here and sent to our good friend Nicholas in Illinois. All right, Illinois. Nicholas is going to Illinois. Here we go. And I forgot to put bags up because that's the life I live. All right. I didn't break anything yet today. I did almost flood the kitchen, but that's another story for another time. Donnie, what's good? Hey, you guys. How is everyone? Guys, if I miss your question, ask again. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with the chat. So, hubba, it's tenacious. First the fork and spoon story, and now this. LOL. Dude, okay, tenacious. If you guys missed the live yesterday, I laughed so hard I actually literally almost peed my pants. Like, I did have to go change, and I was like, okay, that's a situation. So, anyways, this morning, Justin was like, what was it that you were talking about yesterday that you were like dying on the stream? And I was like, oh my God, I was telling people about the fork and the spoon. And he's like, oh, like the long fork issue, because I can't eat things with forks that have long sporks. And so I'm trying to tell him this story, and I'm laughing so hard, and he's like, don't pee. And I'm like, I'm trying to, or I'm trying not to. AZ, what's good? Jay, what's good? Oh my Lord. See, the pickle man's got us saying, oh my Lord, all the time now. I can't stop it. All right, next thing we sold is something I actually sold this morning. So this is a pair of Levi's. This is the premium ridge cage boots. Now, I don't try to pick up women's Levi's unless there's a caveat to it. And that means, like, are they button fly? Do they have a wicked insane flare? These are tall. These are called ribcage jeans. Levi's has named them ribcage jeans. I would call them mom jeans because they have the crazy long rise. But I don't tend to pick up women's jeans like this, or pick up women's Levi's. They just don't sell for as much. However, asterisk, besides just this with the flares and all that kind of stuff, if I go to a sale and there's 3 pairs of women's Levi's Denzins, and I can get all 3 pairs for $2 total, and I know I can take all 3 of those pairs because they're the same exact size, and I can put them up for sale for $25 for all 3 pairs, I'll do it. You guys know I love bundling. I just did a video, we talked a little bit about that on the live yesterday of how to do bundles or sets of clothing. We don't call them lots, we call them bundles or sets, because if you put lots in your title, they cannot be bought international. So we talked a little bit about that. And if you missed the live yesterday, I did put a video up this morning. It should be on TT. It should be wherever you are. If you don't see it yet, it will be getting uploaded on how to look at it from a bundle perspective. I would rather take 3 pairs of Levi's that are only worth like $8 a piece and sell them for $20 to $25 as a set than sell one of them. I do that with Nike Dry Fit shirts. I see people pass on this all the time. I see this being passed at. I'll watch like reseller videos where they're like going through thrift stores and they will just go past the Nike Dry Fit t-shirts. And I get it. You're at the thrift store, maybe it's like $6, that's one thing. But like if you're out like at the sale or something and you see a Nike Dry Fit t-shirt for $1, even if that t-shirt only sells for $9 over on the Bay or Depoppies or whatever, pick it up because you can sell 3 of those. You just get 3 large dry fit t-shirts eventually over time and sell them together. So I've got little boxes in my garage that are set up for like Nike medium, Nike large. I've got what else do I have out there? I'll do sports teams. So like I put up a listing because I had a whole bunch of USC shirts. Rather than selling them individually for $10, I'm gonna sell all 4 of them for $34 or whatever and get them out of here and make money because it only cost me a few bucks. So if you didn't get a chance to see that video, take a look at it. It may help you out. Okay, so Levi's premium ribcage boots. These are going to be over £1, so I am going to ship them out of pirate ship. So everything, all of my shipping, I'm a little different than other resellers that you guys probably see on here doing videos, and there's no right way or wrong way for this. That's ridiculously cute. There's no right way or wrong way to do this. Some people like to do calculated. I do flat rate. And the reason I do flat rate is because I'm able to make like $1 or so on my shipping. And what that does for me is that helps me. That chapstick did help. What a weird hack. Thank you. It doesn't itch as bad now. That's so funny. Anyways, I digress. I like to make my original investment back. So if I'm spending $1 at a garage sale and I can turn around and sell that item and make $1 on shipping, then I have covered my cost. So I've covered that original investment. So the only thing that's coming out of my pocket on my end at that point is the fees that the site's going to charge me, whether it be the Bay or Posh or Poppies or wherever, or or also, you know, paying taxes and stuff like that, because you gotta do that. But if I could at least get that original investment covered, let's just think about it this way. Ooh, fun fact math time. Let's say I am picking up, so when I go out on a Saturday, I'm usually picking up anywhere between like 100 to 300 items. So let's say I pick up 200 items. Now, let's say that I make $1 on each of those items when I ship. Okay, $1. And we're going to do that. And we're going to say times 4 times a month. I'm doing that. And then we're going to say times 12. That is $9,600. That's $9,600 that I am making on that shipping to cover my costs. So my costs of all that garage sailing for the whole year is getting covered by that little bit. It really goes back to like my favorite book. And I was just telling Amber about this earlier today. I preach it all the time. You guys know I love it. I talk about it. The Darren Hardy book, The Compound Effect. If you haven't read it yet, you can either listen to it for free somewhere on the internets, or you can get it through Smile Amazon. If you go to my link, you'll find it, or you can find it on your own. It's by Darren Hardy. It's called The Compound Effect, and it teaches you in business how to think small to make large rewards. And so because I've studied that book for years, I read it once a year. I've read it probably 10 times now. Because of that, I have that mentality of like, the little butterfly thing I can do today is going to pay off later. And if I can save that much money a year, I mean, come on, excuse me. Okay, so let's get this shipped. This is going to go in pirate ship, like I said, so I'm going to copy this. Now, this, for instance, I'm going to give you guys an instance on this. So this person paid $8.99 for shipping here. We're going to go over to pirate ship, and we're going to see. Now, every once in a while, it'll even out, especially if I ship to, like, for me, because I'm in Texas, if I ship to Maine or Washington, I usually get, like, it's usually about even Stevens. But most other places, it's not. So this is going to California. California is a 50-50 for me. It depends on how north in California they are. So let's take a look here. So we're going to do 10 by 8 by, let's take a look and see what our weight is. So we are 1 pound, 12 ounces. And let's take a look. So they paid $8.99. Excuse me. We are paying, drum roll please. Whoa, we are paying more. So this was a terrible example. What did I do? Did I do this wrong? Wait, we're going back, you guys. Something went funky. What happened here? Give me a second. Give me a minute here. I think I typed in, let's take a look here. Did I put, Okay, I think I see what I did. Just check it. Just a second, guys. All right, let's see if that makes a difference. I put the length as 14. That was too much. See if that makes a difference. There we go. That's better. I was like, why is it so much? Okay, just kidding. All right, so they paid $8.99. We're paying $8.33. So that is what, about 70 cents? So it's not a full dollar. Like I said, California's funny for me. Northern California is just as bad as Washington. But I'm making that money back. I paid $1 for these. So now I'm only out like 30 cents on this. This is my cost of goods on this is 30 cents. So now, if you're doing calculated shipping, there's nothing wrong with that. I think there is a flip side of the coin, which is if you're doing calculated shipping, it can go a lot faster because you're not doing all of this and you're not going through all of that. So, and time is money. So I know a lot of resellers prefer doing the calculated shipping because it's simpler, it's faster, they can print all their labels out at once. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's great too. So I think you just got to look at your business model and just kind of decide what you think is best for you. Now, when I lived in Washington State, I did flat rate for everything that was small, but everything that was larger, I did do more calculated. I ate it a lot on that, which was tough, but I did a lot of calculated because if I was in Washington State and I sold something to like Maine or New York, that cross the United States thing was so expensive. I shipped most of my stuff in priority envelopes. So, and I always try to show you guys like a tip if I can for the day while we're doing this. So while we're shipping, I want to show you guys something. A lot of you guys are going to be able to ship jeans and stuff like that, especially if you live on the East or West Coast. You're going to be able to ship them in a large rate flat envelope, and it's going to cost you less than it is if you ship them Ground Advantage. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm just going to grab an item. So this is a pair of jeans. I'm not going to actually put them in here and ship them in this, but I want to show you. So if you take an envelope like this, a legal flat rate, you can also do this with just the regular flat rates. And what you do is you fold down the outside edge, and where you'll fold it is kind of at the very beginning of where this barcode is. So if you fold this down like this and get a nice crease on it, then what you're going to do is you're going to pop this open and this bottom will flatten out. And what happens is you're able to fit an item that you would never be able to get into one of these. You're going to be able to fit it because you have done that flat bottom. And like I said, I'm not going to seal this up, so I can't show you the exact thing, but you're able to look at that. I can now get these in here because that flat bottom is going to give it more space. For instance, I'm going to try to put this exact same pair of jeans in a flat rate envelope that hasn't been creased. So here's one that hasn't been creased, and I'm going to try to stick these in here, and you'll see what happens. If you've ever tried to ship in one of these, you know. So when you don't flatten that out, look at how much of that is still sticking out. Like, I'm going to really struggle to get that down. But if you can flatten that out, you're going to be able to get it in there. And for most people, this is not going to be a less expensive way to do it. But if you are like where I was in Seattle, I was even further. So I was on the other side of the peninsula towards like, do you guys know where like Forks is? Remember like Twilight? It was like that direction. And so, you know, you're outskirts and then you're shipping to Maine and all of a sudden it's $10.49 to ship a pair of pants. And that also makes it hard for you to be competitive with pricing. So if everybody else is doing flat rate for $8.99 or calculated and it's $9.15 and your calculated says $10.99 or $11.50 because you're not doing priority mailers, somewhere someone is shipping the item for less than you, and when you meet them, they will win. So when that person is scrolling and trying to figure out who they want to buy from, they're gonna buy it from that person that's less. So yeah, Snap, absolutely, I'm happy to help. I get to thank my kid actually for that. He taught me that. Second Chances, hello, what is up? Moms is here too. USPS, UPS, or FedEx, what's your preferred? USPS first. Second would be UPS, and FedEx only if I am absolutely made to ship at FedEx. Meaning the only thing that I ever ship FedEx is if I were to ship some crazy huge item maybe, and it was $20 less on FedEx, I may choose it. But the real thing that I only ship on FedEx is when I sell shoes on eBay that have to be authenticated, and you have to ship FedEx. You have no choice because that's the label they provide you with. Otherwise, I ain't about FedEx. I have had FedEx nightmares. We'll hit garage sales together someday. AZ, that is a date, sir. We are absolutely doing that. For sure, for sure. Jay Witt says, saying USPS has been good to me 95% of the time. Yeah, you know, I have been pretty fortunate. I think I only had, that I can think of, I think I've only had one instance where I was unable to reclaim a lost package. I had an issue with a buyer that had put in an address. The address was weird. The zip code was off or something like that. I don't remember exactly what the situation was. But it looked as delivered. And because that person had put that address in, I was fighting with the pops about it. Depop may have reimbursed me eventually, but it was just one of those had to go back and forth because post office is like, hey, yo, this ain't our problem. Which I get. It wasn't their issue. It was me not realizing that it didn't match up, and I should have caught it as well. Myra, how's it going? Creekside's here. Brianna Crandell, what are you doing today? Wake up, it's Friday. Come on, let's go. What are we doing here? Brianna's like, I just was popping in. You're insane, and I just need way more coffee to deal with you today. Rowdy Kush. Yes, that's an epic name, Rowdy Kush. Rowdy Kush, in honor of you, we will be shipping our next item. Rowdy Kush, this one's for you. All right. So all I will say about this one is if you know, then you know. Snap's like, oh, I know what that is. Oh, I know what that is. So this brand's great, sells online. These little basic cookies shirts, they're not like crazy huge money makers. The ones you want to look for, the black shirts on the cookies sell better. The super baggy ones, this is an XL. If you can find 2XL, it's even better. And then there's some weird ones, some rainbow ones. There's some harder to find camo print ones. If you can, I always pick this brand up. It always sells. I'm actually surprised it sold on Depop. Normally these sell for me I'm surprised it sold on eBay. Normally these sell for me on Depop. So let's see here. This is going to Sophia. So we're doing girl power. And we're doing a little sticker here. Tracy Posh, what is good? Kim Bowen, good to see you. That's the brand. Yes, God, it is the brand is cookies. And like I said, you guys are going to have to look it up. Just don't do it on a work computer. That'll give you a hint of what this brand is. So, yeah. Well, we have to leave it at that because I can't talk too much about it on here. I'm going to get a naughty puppy. Yeah, now. God, I see you over there. I see you on the Facebooks. Monster cookies. Yeah, something like that. Well, I call something else a cookie. Oh. Of course you do, April. Of course you do. Nurse, good morning. Good morning. What is Nurse up to today? Cookie bag, keep the smell down. Yo, Jay Witt knows. Jay Witt knows what's up. All right, this is going to be under a pound, so this is going to ship straight from eBay. So we are at 9 ounces, and we're going to do 8 by 8 by 1. It will help you to save money, by the way, in case you guys didn't know that little trick. So we are looking, this is going to, oh, that's funny. It's actually going to Luca, but the name is a woman saying, well, Luca's getting a girl power sticker. Luca's going to be like, what is going on? What's really funny about this is I got this shirt here in Texas, but it is getting shipped back up to Washington about 40 minutes from where I used to live. So it's so funny. Washington State loves their cookies. Wink. All right. So we're paying $5.62 for shipping. They paid $5.99. So I made about 30 cents back, 28 cents back. It cost me $1 at a garage sale, so I'm not out too much. after all of the fees and everything is said and done, we probably made about $10 on it. So, like I said, they don't tend to be like crazy bangers or anything like that. I love selling them because it amuses me. But also they just always sell. I just never have an issue selling them. You should be sleeping. Chad eats milk and cookies. Chad eats eggs. Did you see how many eggs that man had to get through to be able to open that egg box up? Eggs and pickles. Pickle man loves his eggs. Birdie Ann, what is good? Dusty Dust, Shelby! All right, so this is going ground advantage. Right in the old bag. And in the words of the Muppets, moving right along, singing that same old song. Okay, next thing we've got here is a brand that nobody snoozes on. Everybody knows about. If you don't know about it, you got to learn about it. So we are, what is this? This is number, where's my SKU number? Oh, there's 1406. 1406. 1406 Ariat jeans. This is a pair of M5 straight fits. These are not the ones that sell for as much. I have a little bit better luck with the M7s, or with there's a rock version that has like a zipper that's like green colored. Those ones usually do pretty good. This pair here in pretty good condition. Not too bad. Has a nice little embroidery back. So yeah, so if you guys don't know about that brand, definitely check this brand out. Now, here's what I will say. Make sure that you're putting the measurements in your descriptions as well as in the item specific. So for instance, this pair was a 3632. They are now a 3631. So in my item specifics under size, I listed them as a 3631. You don't want to list as the original size. You want to list as the size it is now. Because if you list it as the original size, then when the person goes in to look at it, let's say that you wear a 3632 and you go in and look and you're like, well, those are 32s, those are 31s. But what if some other dude or some other lady wears a 3631 and they type that in, yours is not going to pop up because you've categorized yourself as a 3632. So I put the original size in, then I put the size it is now up in my title as well as in my descriptions, and then in the item specifics I put the real size that it is. Foxy, what is going on? Susie Q's in the house. I'm picking up a Carhartt 6C chore coat this afternoon. Whoa, Jay Witt, that could be a banger. So especially if it has that like prison coat look. So some of the 6Cs have that really nice cross quilting inside of it. Some of them don't. What I would do is I would go in and look, make sure you get that listed right away too, because we're starting to kind of push out of the winter months and you want to get that up. It takes about 2 weeks for search engines to really pick up your listings. And so you want to make sure you get that in there. Now with something like that, I usually price a little high. So I'm going to take a look at what people are currently selling it for online. I'm going to look and see what it sold for recently. And I'm probably going to veer more towards what everybody else is selling it for or wanting for it, because I know I'm probably going to maybe put a little offer out, maybe a little 10% or something just to entice the buyer. Because some of the sold comps of some of those will be low because people sell them and don't know what they're worth. So don't be that person. Take a look at both of them, see what the market is doing right now with them. You'll at least get an over 90 days review or preview of that. So I would do that because that stuff, especially stuff like winter specific clothing or hardcore workwear or Carhartt, it's really volatile. It's really, really up and down. Like right now, very popular, huge, especially if it's like the prison coat style and you can put that in your listing. I mean, I sold one for, was it a Carhartt? I'm trying to remember the brand. It might've been, I listed that thing and it sold in like 3 days. So they sell pretty quickly if you can price it right. It's not blanket line, but I did grab it for $23. Yeah, you'll do great. You'll do great. Yeah, the blanket lined ones, the quilted ones, those are obviously going to sell for a little bit more. However, it might be even better because we are kind of starting to push out of like what people think of as winter wear right now. And those blanket line, the coat line ones are pretty hardcore. As far as the warm weight of that. So I would take a look and just see what stuff's selling for right now. Hey Fetty, what's good? Cows are awesome. Thank you so much. I'll drop on eBay. Yeah. Take a look on eBay and Depop for sure. I would 100% look at both of those. Definitely also make sure when you're putting in your keywords down there, you know, chore coat, prison coat, if it's got like a retro, usually too on there, you can take a look on the tag, look up the model number. There's almost always a color code as well. If you go into, and then go into Google, search, I'm trying to remember exactly what it is. I think I have it bookmarked somewhere. It's like Carhartt color code system. There is a online resource somewhere that somebody made. I don't think it's by Carhartt. Someone made it. It might even be a Reddit. I can't remember. But it has like the number and then it has the actual color code next to it. And I've had really good success with that for selling like the zip up hoodies and stuff. Like I sold a zip up hoodie a couple months ago. And there was a whole bunch of other ones for sale, but because I had put the color code in there and the color was like something really weird. It was like muted olive or something like that. And I think I think mine sold quicker because of the fact that I had put that color code in there. So take a look and see if you can find that. Riz, what is good? Trudy, good to see you. Riz is in the house. It's on Reddit. There you go. Okay, I was like, I know it's somewhere. I know I could like see it in my head. Cool. Yeah, awesome. Good. Yeah, see if you can find that color coded there. So rather than just calling it like brown or green or dark brown, call it that as well, but put in that color because you've got collectors that will specifically be looking for specific pieces, especially when it comes to Carhartt. So, all right. So back to these little Ariats. I picked these up. I paid up for these and I was okay with it because I knew they would sell fast. They sold for $30. I would love to get more. The size is a little weird. So 36, 31 is a little bit weird. I do better with like 34, 36, 36, 36, 36, 34 is okay. 36, 31, that's a more of an unusual body type. If you're looking at the standard sizes. It's a great body type, but it's just not, there's not as many people. So I think if these had been, let's say a 34, 36 or a 36, 36, I think I could have gotten closer to like 38 to 40 for these. But being that weird size, it gets a little wonky there. Now these are going to be, I paid $10 for them, so I still made money. And this is one of those sales I went to where these were her special items. We talk about special items a lot. The thing at the garage sale, people do not want to let go for less. So she had 3 pairs of Ariats. These were her special items, but she had all this other stuff that I bundled. Guys, I got a coat that I just listed last night. It is a vintage Wilson leather. It's got the inside zip around, take off quilted liner, thinsulate. It is an insanely nice jacket. And I listed it for $120. So I'm going to make more money off that $2 jacket I got from her than I would ever make off a bunch of Ariats. But if I was willing to buy these for $10 a piece, then she was willing to bundle all this other stuff together. So it's sometimes you got to be thinking outside the box. Like, I mean, I pay up a little bit for this, but I'm going to get all this. So it really evens out. Michelle, how are we today? Groovy Grabs, I was thinking about you yesterday. We were doing a live and I didn't see you on here. And I said something's groovy and I was like, Groovy Grabs, what in the hell? Where is Groovy Grabs? Were your ears burning yesterday? Or maybe you were on and I didn't notice. I was there. You nut. All right, let's go ahead and get this. So this is going to be going to Miguel in Florida. Let's go ahead and copy the address here. And we're going to go over to Pirate Ship. Lynn's Coconut Tree. Chica's here. Jackie's in the house. What is good, Jackie? I hope Jackie's having an amazing day. Guys, I have great news. I slept through the night last night. And most people are like, wow, that's great. I'm like, no, no, no. For those of you that join me on here on a regular basis, you know that because of my crazy severe ADHD, I am all over the place. I usually wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I got some ridiculous jingle or a song or something is stuck in my head. And if I can't get back to sleep really fast, I'm just up. It's just, it is what it is. That's how my life works. So I didn't wake up. I woke up this morning at night at 8 o'clock. 8:03 is when I woke up this morning, and I was awake, and I had slept through the night, and it was so exciting. I know it sounds so silly, but it really was really exciting, you guys. So I feel good today. I am actually really happy too that I got sleep because I have an eye exam appointment today because I think I need to up my prescription on my glasses. So yeah, so I'm so happy. It's a good day. It's a Friday. All right, so we are paying $7.57 for shipping. These are going to go Ground Advantage Cubic. And they paid $8.99. So that helps to cover a little bit of the fees. Like I said, I did pay $10 for these. However, we're still going to make $12 in profit or something. And I listed these and they sold in like 30 hours. So that's the thing with Ariat. So if it's something like that I know is going to sell that fast, that has like a bananas sell-through rate, then I'll pick it up even if I'm paying a little bit more than I want to for it, because I just know that it's going to sell super, super fast. I was in the office yesterday. Oh no, Groovy. Well, that's okay, Groovy. You were missed and we thought about you. Hey, Amanda Sue, what's good? I hope I didn't miss anybody's comments, guys. If I missed anything, please feel free to say something again. The chat goes by quick, and I try to catch as much as I can. That's for sure. So, okay, let's get this let's get this copied. We're going to head on back over to eBay. And for those of you that are just joining, I'm a reseller. This is all the items that sold. Sold a couple on Wednesday night, a whole bunch yesterday, and then one this morning. So let's go ahead and get the tracking number put in here, and then we'll move on along. I told you guys I sell a lot of jeans. For those of you that are like, but does she really sell a lot of jeans? I'm like, dude, I sell a lot of jeans. I sell a lot of jeans. I'm a jeans selling girl. I probably sell, it'd be interesting to look at my stats. I probably sell more jeans. No, I do. I sell more jeans than anything. All right, next thing. What do we got here? We have a pair of jeans. We have a pair of jeans. Let's see. Oh, here we go. All right, so this is a pair of Lucky Brand Classic Straight Medium Wash Denim Jeans. Men's 36, great size. They already have built-in whiskering, and they are new with tags. So pick these up for $1 at a garage sale. They sold for $38 over on the Bays. And these are going to Brett in Texas, which means our shipping is going to be super low. So we are going to actually make a couple extra dollars on this. Are you live on a certain time daily? I am all over the place, Jay. I wish I could say that I'm more consistent. I'm generally on, I don't do a lot of evening ones, because I am doing like WN shows on Tuesday. I like to watch a lot of other reseller stuff on the evenings, and I'm generally working, getting my listings up, and we've done photos together for the day. So kind of normally my schedule, and that's a really good question. Normally my schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I'm usually doing shipping. I usually do it sometime between like 11 and 1, somewhere in there. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we usually do photographing clothing. I go through buckets. I have a whole garage of hoarded items. So we go through a bucket, we get things steamed, we get pictures of either hard goods or we get pictures of the clothing. And that's usually around that same time, anywhere between like 11 to I would say like 2 at the latest, is usually when I'm live. And then Tuesday nights, I have WN shows. I do a different theme every week. Oh my God, you guys, I'm getting really excited too. Coley knows all about this, but I am doing actual themes. Like, there might be some costumes involved. I'm just saying. I'm really excited about these. I'm so excited about these. They're going to be ridiculous. So I do those on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time every single Tuesday. Then on Saturday, usually later in the day, I do garage sale hauls. I haven't done those in a few weeks because I wasn't garage selling because I was recovering from being sick. So I didn't do them for about 4 weeks. But now that I'm feeling better and stuff, I should be getting back out there. So I will be doing garage sales on Saturday. And then Sundays, I stay in my pajamas. Excuse me, I'm here, said Southern. Same time on WN. Yes, I do Tuesday nights every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you guys can find me over there on the WN. I'm just NiceComps. Y'all know I'm NiceComps everywhere. Same human name everywhere. User 87017286252. Welcome in. Good to see you. You have a very long name. She thinks she's funny. She thinks she's got jokes, yo. All right. Cool little fedora hat. A thank you sticker going in and shipping these off. These are staying in Texas, which is great. Like I said, we should be able to save a little bit of money doing that. Popping them on the scale here. We are in pirate ship. We've got crazy static cling today. All right. Let's get our length in. And then our weight. 1 pound, 10 ounces. And let's see what we see. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you liking WN? 10. Here's the only thing I will say. I am learning how to get stuff. New follower. I see you, Jay. I'm learning how to ship quicker, though. I need to learn how to ship quicker because you guys are going to be like, what? So on last Tuesday night, we did, it wound up being over 120 video games. It was way more than I even realized it was. And so, when I went to ship everything, it took me 4 hours. It took me 4 hours to ship all those games because I wanted to make sure everything was safe. And you guys know me, I like things to be nice and quality over quantity. And so I spent 4 hours shipping. So won't be doing that again. I was so exhausted. We didn't finish until almost 10 o'clock at night. It was insane. And I won't be doing that again. So I will be doing it differently. I've talked to tons of resellers. I'm the kind of person, I'm a lot like Southern, where, although I've seen important movies that are a part of pop culture, unlike Southern, who's apparently never watched a movie in her life. But other than that, I'm like Southern, where I like to ask a lot of questions and I like to ask people and just go straight to the source. So I am constantly in the inboxes of all sorts of different resellers, asking them for advice and tips and all that kind of stuff because I want to get faster. I want to be better at stuff, right? Always stretching, always growing, always learning. If I didn't stretch and grow and learn, instead of being a reseller for 20 years at some point, I'd be a reseller 1 year, 20 times. So, and I'm still kind of new to the game, guys. I haven't even been doing this full time for a year yet. So, before that, I was just a dabbler. So for me, I'm trying to get better at it, learn. And so I had to ask a bunch of people about shipping, and I think I see what I did wrong. So, it should go faster this next show. And, the next show is going to be fun. We're doing vintage toys. So I got tons of G.I. Joes. I have a bunch of other stuff. I got to get into the buckets in the hoard, figure out what I got. But it should be fun. So listen, I've seen Footloose. That's about it. Oh my goodness. Now you're going to have that song stuck in my head. Footloose, footloose, kick off the Sunday shoes. Oh geez, Louise, you throw me off of my knees. Oh Jack, stay back. Jack's going to be like, what? That's my dog's name. Yo, Blended, what is good? Just put the fries in the bag. Yup. You got it. Hey, CNP Cake Cupcake. Thanks for all the likes. My goodness. So yeah, I really like WN. I think I would probably, this is going to sound insane, but if I could just do if I had enough inventory and could source fast enough to just do WN shows, I would totally do that. Because you guys know with my ADHD, like the hardest part of this business for me isn't the photos and it isn't the sourcing. It isn't that. It's the sitting down and listing and doing the repetitive thing and sitting in my chair. So I got to have I got to have a WN show playing. I got to have music playing. There's probably a movie on. I need like the chaos in the room with me because otherwise I'm just like, and then I just start doing something else. So I have to like focus. So it's like the hardest part for me. So if I could do WN and then just put the stuff that wouldn't maybe sell on WN or that I didn't want to sell on there online, I would do that in a heartbeat. So that may be a direction that I eventually want to go because I really, really like it. Nurse says me too. Pinky says, yep. I want to deep dive into WN discussion with you. Got to send you some voice messages, I reckon. I reckon you do. I want to hear that Southern drawl. Okay. All right. Next thing. This was probably my favorite sale of the last 2 days. I am shocked that these hadn't already sold. So long story short, I had gotten this insane lot of vintage Toy Story stuff, and I've sold like probably 80% of it. I got the whole lot for $125. Can you even imagine? Like, we've made couple $1,000s off of it. But anyways, this is one of the items that I was shocked hadn't sold. And it's a mashup between Cars and Toy Story. So you've got Woody, you've got Buzz, and then you've got the little minion guys, the ones that are like, the car decides who will go and who will stay. Oh, those guys in there. I freaking love this thing. These are so insanely cute. And I just could not, I can't believe they hadn't sold. Oh, Ford's here, lock him up. Oh gosh, CIA's here. I know, guys, watch what you say now. Ford's here. Just kidding. Ford would never turn us in. He's not in the business of that. Ford's in the business of friendship. He's not in the business of turning us in. In fact, we're probably insanely safe having Ford on our team. I know they are fun, right? They are fun. Ford, you just reached level 7 member on the team. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Dee says, I love your hair. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you know, I like to keep it spicy. So it generally is a completely different color every like 6 weeks. So let's see. I can't even remember what it was last. Oh, pink. It was pink last time. The time before that, I think it was blue. And then before that was purple, I think. So I got to figure out what we're going to do next. Me either, but I do what I can. I like that. I like that. So what I'm doing here is I'm just wrapping this in a little bit of foam. We don't want it to get injured or anything like that. I should probably put this in like a little, man, you know what I wish I had? Is like a little tube. We're going to make a little, we're going to play Let's Make a Something here. I think we're going to play Let's Make a Something. Because I don't, oh my gosh, you know what? No. Oh my gosh. You know what? No. No. Who's ready for an ASMR moment? Okay, so Mom's Buying More Shit sent me a amazing coffee cup for free out of the goodness of her heart with my logo on it, which is amazing. And it came in this little box here, and I just happened to save this box. So if this fits in here, this is going to be like, honey, I think I'm about to have one of those like, this is going to fit in a random box perfectly moments. All right, are you guys ready? Let's see. Oh God, I want it to fit, and I've hyped it up. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's perfect. Moms, thank you. That's incredible. That is freaking incredible. They're getting this sticker that says good day because that is a good day. That is a freaking amazing. That's up. Keep your boxes. Hoard them all. Yes, it was meant to be. I know it is the little things. Well, because like I'm looking at it like, okay, either this fits in this box or I'm going to have to like, you know, get out works here. We're going to have to saw some boxes and go do this whole rigmarole. So we did not have to do that. And I'm so sneaking happy. That fits so perfect. Keep the boxes. Can I see the cup? Where is the cup? It might be dirty in the kitchen, Erin. I'll have it on. I'll bring it on tomorrow. I'll bring it on tomorrow with me at some point, like maybe for the garage sale hoard or something like that. It is really cute, but it is dirty sitting in my kitchen. G Hippie, VT's in the house. What? Green Thrifty. All right, let's get this printed out. This is going to be under £1, so this is going to get straight out of the bays. So yeah, long story short, I probably paid $1 for this. I would say $2 maybe at most. And it sold for $13.46. Now, this is something I'm grateful for Nifty because Nifty would have sent this offer out. I can tell because of the weirdness of the price, $13.46. I would never price something that. So it sent that out and somebody accepted the offer. So I am grateful for Nifty. Grateful for Nifty. Okay, let's go ahead and measure this here. Hi, Jennifer. Hi. Hey, guys. G Hippie, I'm happy to see you today. So we got 9 by 3 by 3. 9 by 3 by 3. 9 by 3. Nope, that's not a 3. That's a 4 by 3. So we're paying $4.14 for shipping. They paid $5.59. Totally covers that original cost. After the eBay fees and everything, I mean, we made probably, what, $10? So it wasn't the biggest sale of today for sure, but probably my favorite. Just because it's so cute. They're so cute. I don't miniature things. They don't miniature cards. Like, meh, meh. So cute. Oh, Nifty threw you for a second. Auto posher is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to actively call it Nifty, though, so that I can stop calling it auto posher. So, yeah, yeah, we'll get it, guys. We'll get it. It all starts here. Ready? This is how it goes, right? So it all starts here. We're like a zombie apocalypse. I'm the first zombie. I'm spreading it out to you. You now have the Nifty zombie vireries, and now you have to call it Nifty. When someone makes an offer on one of your listings, does it pause the listing until you answer? No, it should not pause the listing. It should keep running exactly as normal. Yeah, because it's just an offer. Just like if you send an offer out to somebody, it's not going to pause anything. So the only thing, of course, that would change that is if you accepted the offer and the payment was processing. Obviously, then things are going to start to delist. But otherwise, no. We will. You're welcome, G. You're welcome. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Okay, so we're going to go back to the orders here. We're going to get this. Mom's buying more shitles. You're getting a shout out today. Not only do I love my cup, but this box was clutch. Clutch. All right, going in there. I think that's everything on the base. No, just kidding. All right, now we have something that we are going to have to make a box for. Now, this is something... I probably shouldn't even have picked it up, but I was at this sale and there was like nothing else. So I had made the trip to go to it. And so I was like, I want to find something there. I did get I got a shirt there that wound up having holes in it. And anyways, long story short, I picked this up. Y'all know, I'll say this always. I love listing hard goods because they're easy to find. The measurements go quickly. All that. You don't have to lit roll. You ain't got to do nothing. But I hate shipping hard goods because they're a pain in the butt. And I'm so, particular about how I ship stuff. I'm getting over it. I'm getting faster. I'm getting better. But this is a little Rocky Mountain National Park. It's got a thing on the back to hang on the wall. The person that bought this was so cute and sweet. They were like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to add this to the wall to my collection. And I thought to myself, I'm so excited you bought this for $12. I paid $1 for it. So I'm going to make hardly any money on this after all of the fees and stuff like that. However, what I am going to try to do is make some money on the shipping. So I have this box, and this box is like the perfect height, but it's too big. So we are going to break out works here, and we are going to make this happen. So what I'm going to do, and actually if I just cut it, I think maybe you have to do a little bit bigger than that because we're going to put bubble wrap on it. So if I do right in here-ish, we should be good. And we'll do there, and then we'll do back. And then, so if you are on, if you guys are watching this on YT, I will put the camera down. I can't do this on TT, but I can on here. So I'll put the camera down so you can actually see me do this. So that should put the camera. Let's take a look here. Let's see if that worked. Let's see. Yeah, so if you're over on YT, or if you guys want to hop over to YT and watch this, you'll get to watch me kind of how I do a let's make the box. I can't, unfortunately, do it on here, but Storage Secrets, guys. Shouting out Storage Secrets today. Storage Secrets did her first TikTok live today. Very, very proud. Super excited. Did a great job. Was doing some photography while she did it. So shout out to you guys. Make sure you follow her. Give her some love. Y'all know how nerve-wracking it can be to do live stuff. So super proud of you. You absolutely killed it. It was amazing. It was really nice to just wake up and get my day started and, watch someone do their thing. So what I'm going to do here is the first thing I'm going to do is get, the item in the box first. Make sure that I'm leaving enough room for bubble wrap and all that. And then what I'm going to do is just take my pencil here, and I'm just going to kind of give it a rough if you follow kind of the corrugation on the cardboard, you'll stay pretty much where you need to be. Now, you can measure and get crazy with this and all that. And you know what, guys? I used to do that. I used to just have to like make it perfect and go through this whole thing. And you know what? I found that it was a waste of time. So I don't do that anymore. So what I'm going to do here is move the item because we don't want to cut it. And then I'm going to get out my little works thing here. And I love this thing because it saves me from ever having to use scissors. So go like that. And then we're going to flip the box around here. And we're going to go like that. And then once I get it to here, go down with it. Then I can take my little cutter thinger here. I love this one too, by the way, because it has a thing you have to push up to use it. And then you release so that you can't cut yourself. Because I am definitely dangerous with anything like that. Wait, let's make a series instead of let's make a deal we can do. Let's make a box. I love it. I love it. Justin just yelled out from the other room, what's in the box? What's in the box? All right, so I'm just going along here. And what this should do is just take that off like that for me. So now what I can do is just take my works, finish it off here, right down there, and voila, I have a two-parter. Now what I'm going to do is take my little box cutter thing here, and I'm going to actually cut out this flap. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's just too big. I just don't need it. It's not necessary. We're just going to cut it out. In the words of, not Uncle Jesse, oh my gosh, Uncle Dave, in the words of Uncle Dave from Full House, cut it out. We're going to get it out of here and just rip it off. Come on. Come on. I said come on. I said come on. I said come on. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our little box here and we're just going to put it right up to the edge here. So this is what we got now, is I've taken that side and now I'm just setting it in here. And then the first thing I'm going to do is tape these sides. And yes, there is an order that you kind of need to do this in. So if you can do it in this order, it will save you time and heartache. I have done so many of these now. Because like I said, when I first started doing reselling, I was mainly doing hard goods. Come on, tape. Because I was selling my mom's stuff from when she passed away. So a lot of her decorations and stuff like that. So stuff that wasn't necessarily stuff I wanted to keep for my aesthetic in my home. And so with that, I had to learn how to Frankenbox, and I had to learn how to get really good at the Frankenboxing really quickly. So once I've got kind of a base like that, now you can see why I cut that extra flap out. I just don't need it because now these are almost the same. I mean, this one's like 1/8 of an inch higher. You could cut it out if you want, but you're going to lose the stability of your box. Now, the only other two things we need to cut that we absolutely don't need is these weird little flaps here. We don't need that extra flap, right? Because that's going to close down over that box. So what we're going to do is we're going to get works here. And actually, I'm going to put a piece of tape down here too so this doesn't move. And put a piece of tape in the middle here. And then we're just going to take works. And you guys can use scissors. You obviously don't have to use these. I just... this is so much faster than using scissors, so. Y'all know I love my gadgets. Southern's like, oh, Lord, she's got her gadgets. Hey, gadgets make the world go round. I had an interesting question, actually, which I think I forgot to message the person back, so I'm really sorry about that. Someone had messaged me and said, hey, I saw that you use, like, a lot of tools and stuff on your lives, or as Southern would say, gadgets. You know, it wasn't really expensive to get all that stuff. And here's what I'll say. Like, it's an investment. But what I did was, when I first started reselling and I could tell that I kind of wanted to at least do this part-time instead of just doing my mom's stuff, I was like, okay, I'm into this. I like this a lot. When I realized I liked it, I went through Smile Amazon and I just added tons of things to a wish list on there. And I still even have it. It's like reseller supplies I want. And so I would add it to the wish list. Then when I'd get a payout, like if I got a payout from Poshy or I got a payout from eBay, I wasn't doing Depop yet at the time, and I wasn't doing Mercari. So when I got a payout from eBay mainly, and then a little bit with Poshy, I would take that a percentage of that, and I'd go buy a tool. So I'd buy, you know, a box cutter thing. I'd buy works. I buy my tape dispenser that you guys know I love, that I keep right here. I bought this from a guy on eBay. He makes these. The corrugators. This is, by the way, there is a link for this. I make $0 on talking about this. This guy doesn't even know I preach about this thing. There is a linky for these on the BioE, wherever you guys are. This thing, hi Aaron over there. I see you over there, by the way. If you guys get an opportunity to get one of these things here, I would get one. This guy makes them on eBay. They're cheap. I think I spent $6 or something on this thing, and it will not break. It is a corrugator that will not break. Every other corrugator I bought on Smile Amazon broke. They were all plastic. So this person has no idea who I am. But I talk about these all the time. So that's what I would say is figure out like what your budget is and then go from there. So that's how I do. For those of you got to see this over on YT, this is how I make a box. That's the method. And if you wanted to get even crazier, you could cut, you know, little portions off if you needed to do extra stuff off. But I usually just leave it because time is money. Okay, let me get we're going to put the thing back up here. And if you're on YT, there we go. I'm back. Okay. What are your top 3 favorite gadgets? So first one, y'all know, is going to be the lanyard. I'll die on this hill. I put my phone on it for all my pictures. I take a picture, I drop it. I take a picture, I drop it. I go to a yard sale, I comp something, I drop it. I wear this to a concert. I wear this out in public. You guys see me walking around, you're probably going to see me walking around with this thing on. I absolutely love it. They're fantastic. Number 1 by far, no doubt about it. Number 2 is the tape dispenser. And I just put, I think, a post up or a story or something about that. There is a linky in the old BioE. That is the tape dispenser here. I wish I could pick it up for y'all. I could take a picture of it here and show you. That's actually a good question, Southern. So here is, do not judge my mess. This is a mess. Well, you're welcome to judge it if you want, but it is what it is. So this is the tape dispenser I use. It's fantastic. It has that little yellow thing so you can flip it up so you don't like scratch your arm on it. It's wonderful. So number 2 is that. And then number 3 is probably going to be this, because I don't have to like sit there and cut with scissors. I like using this. There's nothing wrong with using this, but it's just a little bit more dangerous. This thing, I mean, all the time. I love this thing. And then after that, of course, you get into like the electric shoe cleaner, so I don't ever have to scrub a pair of shoes again. Like, so there's other things, but those are probably my top 3 I use the most, for sure. Mom's here. Mom, look at this. The mug you sent me, clutch. The box came in clutch. It literally fits this thing I sold perfect. Like, so double thank you on that. Your box is getting love throughout the United States. April, I already know what you're thinking. You don't even need to comment. Griffith Guys Queen of Vinyl is here. Okay, so let's get this in here. So the first thing we're going to do is wrap this thing individually here. So I'm going to put a little bit of paper as a buffer, and then we're going to do a little bit of bubble wrap on top of that. Little bubble wrap. I know, recycle, reuse, reduce, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I think that there's a little part of each of us resellers that just loves that we get to like recycle and reuse. Like, there's just so much waste in the world. Like, that, you know, not to get all philosophical and super hippie on us all, but like, you know, we're looking out for future generations. Some of us have kids, and some of y'all got grandkids and you know, families and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, dude, we want to make sure there's still a world for them, right? So how about if we start reusing what we've got rather than, you know, buying fast fashion-y things, places. So that's my take. Plus, things that were built a long time ago just last better. And if you don't believe me, look at a 1960s blender and how long they last, and then look at what you got now. For instance, I had a popcorn maker. This popcorn maker I had my mom had it, and I think my mom got it from my grandparents. So this popcorn maker was like ancient. And I'm a girl who likes popcorn. I mean, you can see from the Big Booty Judy, the girl likes butter, the girl likes popcorn, and I ain't ashamed to say anything about that. So I use the same popcorn maker for always, like all of the time. And it finally broke. And so I had gone and bought this, like, I don't know, $15 one or something from like Target, or I don't even know. It was a little red one. It was nothing like super fancy, but it was what was supposed to just be a popcorn maker, right? This thing literally made like, I don't know, 60 batches of popcorn maybe, which you're like, wow, that's a lot. Well, it's not a lot, okay? Don't judge me. I like popcorn. And it just broke. The element in it literally just broke. Like it just, and I'm thinking about this other popcorn maker that I used to have, and like how much popcorn that had made. So my grandparents had 7 kids. And I think it was old enough that they probably hadn't gotten it when my mom was like super young, but they probably got it like in like the late, I don't know, maybe like mid 70s or something like that. So think about how much popcorn that popcorn maker made between like, let's say 1978 to like when it finally busted on me in like, 2021 or 22 or whatever it was. Like how much popcorn that thing made. And that thing ran like a workhorse. So I believe that things just aren't made the same. Just no Doritos bag. April, could you even believe that post? Like, oh my goodness. I was laughing so hard. Like, dude, bro, sent me something on a Depop. And wasn't it a Depop one too? Like, only a Depop person would send that in a Doritos bag. I mean, that's like dangerously cheesy, right? Holy smokes. Exactly, says Auntie. Auntie knows what's up. Doritos bag. Have you seen the glass ones with the rubber cover? I have a story about that, Erin. Actually, that was one of the very first things I ever sourced from a Greedwill, was one of those popcorn makers. And I spent like $9 on it. It was new with tags. I think I made 11, and then I lost 20 on the shipping. But that was one of the very first things I ever sold. It was the clear one, and it had a purple outside with a tag on it. And it was like a microwave one or something like that. So yeah, I know, that's so crazy. Vanessa's face in the stitch. Oh my goodness. I love it. Are you imagine spending the time washing out that bag and letting it dry to ship your item? Dude, blended. That's such a good point. Imagine the time that person spent to actually like clean that bag. Like they could have like walked out to Rite Aid or whatever, I don't even know, some store, and gotten a bag to like send it in. For the amount of time it probably took them to wash that bag out. Hopefully they washed it out good. I don't know. If they did clean it, that's what Mom says. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, if they did clean it. So here's what we're looking like here in our box. So this is why I hate shipping hard goods. Or I should say this. It's not that I don't like shipping hard goods. I think I just need to get, I just need to get better at it. I just need to get better at, rephrase. I need to pick up different items. So instead of just picking up this thing where, the comps were $15 or something on it, be a little bit more picky as far as like, how long is it going to take me to ship this item? Because when I'm sourcing clothing, which y'all know 99% of what I source is clothing, when I'm sourcing clothing, I don't have to think about that. I don't have to think about how long it's going to take me to ship the item, right? I toss it in a poly bag and say la vie, we're done. But when it comes to these hard goods things, it definitely takes time. I mean, even shoes take a little bit extra time, but at the end of the day, I'm so fast at shipping shoes now that it's not a big deal. But when you got something like this where I got to make a friggin' box and I have to go through all of this, it just takes so long. Way too long. In my humble opinion, it takes too long. So, My first source was a Mexican class lamp. Dude, what is your guys' first source? What is everyone's first source? So my very first, that thing I got on that popcorn trip, I also got some stupid kitchen gadgets that I think I wound up giving away. And then I got a mole kit or something that you put out in your yard with little flags. That did sell, and that was actually my very first sale that wasn't one of my mom's items from her from her stuff. Was this little like a mole removal kit. I got it for $1.99. I think I sold it for like $12 or something, and I was like, oh my goodness. Jay says Tupperware canister that 1.5 years later is my trash can. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Tupperware is funny because some of the Tupperware is worth a ton and then some of it isn't. I have like I'm doing a W in vintage Tupperware party, and I'll leave that to your imagination what it's going to be like. But I've got some really cool pieces in there. I've got some really like unique ones, but there's a lot of like the Tupperware stuff out there that's just not worth it. Especially if it's newer. Storage says stuff like that were built to last for sure. Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate you guys putting in the time over on the Tubies. That's Ubies. Y'all know I'm trying to get my hours up over there. The amount of hours they require you have over there to upgrade your YT is absolutely insane. It's so many hours. So I appreciate you guys putting in that time to get that done. Okay, so this here is going to be over £1, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and put it over. It's going to Trudy in Illinois. And Trudy paid $10.99 for shipping. So let's take a look and see what we are going to pay. Auntie says, I can't remember that far back, but my first sale was at Precious Moments I had back in 1999. Dang. That's when Precious Moments still sold like crazy too, I bet. I bet Precious Moments actually was like a super sought after thing then too. I can't wait for that show. Oh my goodness. Just one more chapter. Let's just say, I'll say this. I'll give you a hint. You might get to see me looking in a way that you would never, ever in 100 years expect me to look like. I may look different than you guys will ever see me again. Literally ever. It's gonna be ridiculous. I told Justin what my idea was, and actually, like I said, Coley, I got to give her credit because she put the bug in my ear about it. But I'm taking it. She's like, you'll put your own twist on it, and I'm taking it to like the extreme because you guys know I have to. It's gonna be ridiculous. All right, 14 by 12 by 4. 14, 12, 4. 14, 12, 4. 14 by 12 by 4. And holding our breath on the shipping on this. And oh boy, it didn't screw up. Let's go 50s housewife. I don't know, maybe. Pinup punk rocker. I don't know, maybe. Does it involve cat eyeglasses? I don't know, maybe. I'm not giving y'all any hints. I'm not giving y'all nothing. You just got to come find out. Okay, sweet. So we're only paying $7.42 for this. So we made $3. So that kind of makes up for the amount of time it takes for for me to do the shipping. So I started doing this with my hard goods probably about 2 months ago, is making the shipping like a couple extra more dollars I normally would. Because people are used to spending a lot for hard goods shipping because most people do calculated. So most people's is still more expensive than mine. And that way I'm making like $3 or $4 on the shipping. So I'm able to kind of offset the fact that it's, it takes me 10 minutes to do this. So let's get this printed out. Rosie, you're going to dress like I Love Lucy with red hair. I don't know, maybe. Lululemon and a scuba with a long blonde hair. Now that would be a sight to see. Can you guys even imagine me putting on like tight Lululemon workout things and like, I mean, I don't know how anyone even moves in those tight constricting things. I mean, I wear shorts, men's jeans, and t-shirts. I don't know how I see these women just running around in these tight little pants with the sneakers, and they're, got giant bags, and it just seems like so much accessories and so much work. I don't know how y'all do it. I mean, it looks, maybe it's comfy. I don't know, but it looks constricting. It looks like you're being like everyone's just like sucked in, or does it help you move better? I don't know. It's going to be an entire QVC skit with 3 payments of only $1.99 if you win that bowl. No, but that's a fun idea. Christina, good to see you. All right, so let's get this copy and pasted and put over into the Old Bay-ease here. And then we'll move on to our next platform. That would be me with the tight leggings. Annie, okay, so legit question. Because I see women go crazy like for Lululemon and stuff. And I see people wearing them, they don't look constricted. Or is it comfortable? Is it comfortable to wear them? Can you move around in them? It's not like, I think of my skin and everything being like pushed together and I'm like, how are you moving those things? Like, I'm just proud to see you in jeans. I know, you know why I wore these today? Because I gotta go get my eyes checked, and here was my thought. Okay, here's my thought process. I'll let you guys into the thought process of my ridiculous brain. So normally I'm wearing shorts, right? But I'm like, well, if I go to this optical appointment and they put me on one of those chairs that's vinyl, and I'll start to get sweaty, because I get sweaty, especially like I'm getting nervous or poking at my eyeballs or whatever. Like I'm gonna get sweaty, and then my legs are gonna stick to that vinyl chair, and then when I get up, it's gonna be like, and then it's gonna be like the chair's gonna look all wet. It's gonna look like I like peed on the chair or something. So I'm like, I'm gonna wear jeans, and then that way I don't have to worry about it. I do the same thing when I go to the dentist, because I'm afraid when I get up, it's gonna be like. And it's going to sound like, you know, something being sucked out of a plastic bag or something. So that was the thought process on that. The leggings are so comfortable. All right. I'm so sensory sensitive. I love my leggings. Okay. Auntie says I can't stand the feeling. I do think they're overrated, though. Other brands are just as good. Yeah, I mean, all of them. And I don't mean just Lululemon. I mean, just kind of all of them. Like, everyone just looks like they're like, it's like so tight. You're like moving around, you're like, but people don't look like that. I mean, it's probably just a me thing. I just like everything loose and baggy. Hold on a second. Is that a miniature piece of corn on the cob strung from the ceiling? No, but now I'm going to have to turn that into miniature corn. I am making a note about that immediately. Find mini corn for pull tab. It's going up. I'm literally going to find that, because that's genius. No, because it would be like, corn, it's a big lump of thumbs. It's got the juice. It's got the juice. Have you ever seen a more beautiful thing? Southern, that's fun. Just paint the kernels on. Oh, Lord, what do you paint the kernels on? You're trying to get me all crafty up in here, Tina? I don't got time for that. I got to sell Levi's. All right, let's go over to Poshy. I think there's only one thing. Let's take a look here. So I think it's the only thing I sold over on Posh. Posh has actually been like weirdly quiet for me the last week. Although I'll say this, that's how Poshmark is for me. I will have weeks where it's just like saturated with sales, and it's like it beats out eBay, and it's like crazy. And then I'll have like, knock, knock, knock. Hello. Is anyone on Poshmark? Like every single week is a different adventure. And this week was slow. I think I only shipped out like 5 Poshmark things this week, which is really not much for me. So maybe just add some googly eyes. Okay, that's funny too. I have vintage corn holders that might work. Great Thrifty, you send me over. You send me a vintage corn holder. Posh has that new AI feature and not liking it. Yeah, you know, I put up a post about that, kind of just asking like what y'all's opinions were going to be with that. And I think that everyone basically had the same opinion I do, or at least for the most part, which is, you know, we've lost a lot of the human connection with a lot of things. And when I read an AI listing that someone has up, even just on eBay, it sounds so fake and weird to me that I don't feel like I'm buying it from a human. I feel like I'm buying it from a robot. And so I don't think I'm going to use it. I think I am going to stick to my original. Maybe that's why it's slow this week too, is because they've updated the app. Okay. You know, now that all makes sense. All right. That all makes sense. So when an app goes through, whenever you do an update on an app or a site, but apps in particular, it has to go back through the Google Play Store and it has to go back through Apple. Now with Posh, they're gonna have I don't know how to explain this. Like, okay, make it simpler. When you update your website, in order for the search engine to be able to find your items easily and quickly, everything has to basically like reset. You change your website, and then the algorithms have to re-pick up what the changes are. And with Poshmark, with them doing this update with AI and now putting that in there, what happens is it basically goes through the interwebs and has to kind of restart. So then it restarts, and then the algorithms start picking up on the sales again. With the AI listing, it's going to be weird. All of that's going to make it a little bit strange. So now I think that that's probably why things were slower on Posh. At least that's what I noticed. So Meg, what is good? I'm here for the shenanigans. Do you have any shenanigans? Meg, we have had a few shenanigans today. You were snoozing and losing. Man, I don't know what to tell you. You missed some shenanigans. But it doesn't mean there won't be some more. Okay, so this is a vintage LL Bean. I'm not going to take it out of here. But it is a vintage LL Bean Shetland wool sweater. I picked this up for $1 at a garage sale. And it sold for $44 over on the Poshies. Please and thank you. They are getting you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy, your skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. So they're getting that. They're getting that. We're closing this up and shipping this out, baby. I'm gonna lose my tape. Good Lord. I need a lanyard for my tape. Selling 9 to 5 gets in the way. I know, Meg. Those dang 9 to 5s where you gotta have them to pay the bills and the mortgage and health care and money to be able to service and all that good stuff. Don't you fear, Meg. Never fear, Meg. The shenanigans are always here. Nesser, what is going on today? What is Nesser up to today? How is Nesser feeling? That's what I want to know. Okay, so we're going to download this label and get it shipped out of here. You're going to get out of here, Shetland wool sweater. You get out of here right now. You get to your new owner. You get right now. So this is going to Eric in Washington. A lot of Washington orders today. Very interesting. I sing that to my 2-year-old every evening. I love it. Hey, what's good? Thanks for the follow. Mexican Pickers in the house. Mexican Pickers are like tart, gift, roses, lightning bolts, corns, TikToks, heart puffs, cowboy hats, necklaces. Mexican Pickers not messing around. Thanks so much for coming in. Was that a Southern accent? Yes, Southern. That was my impression. You get out of here right now with that Shetland wool sweater. You get it to the new owner immediately. How did I do? Was it so bad? It's corn. It's a big lump of knots and the spicy thing and the TGIF. God, shut the door. Mexican Pickers sending over the goods and an ice cream cone. Now you're gonna make me hungry. Now you're just gonna make me hungry. Now you're gonna make me great. Now I'm gonna have to eat a chicken sandwich rather than a salad. Thanks a lot. Right? Ooh, that almost sounded like Woody Woodpecker. That was really weird. We're not gonna do that again. All right. Headed over to the Depop. Yeah, so that was it. That was the only one on Posh today. Okay, let's go over to the Poppy that's D and see what we got. All right, so the first thing we have is what I call like a tourist t-shirt. So this is a vintage South Pacific Florida t-shirt. I believe it was on was it on a Gildan? Was it on a Gildan? Oh no, the original tag was gone, but the made in USA part was there. Southern, I thought it was going to be a Gildan. Now you got me all paranoid. Dude, okay, so yesterday, Southern's telling us how she had a couple of her eBay listings pulled because they were Gildan, which I've literally never heard that before because they were saying it wasn't authentic or whatever, which no one in the world's ever had this happen besides Southern, so I don't even know how it's possible. But she was telling that story, and then when I got off, I was watching some video about this lady that like got like arrested for doing dupey kind of Chanel and Louis Vuitton and a bunch of other things, like some store like she's selling like it was like $40 million in this bootleg stuff that this woman is now in trouble for. But at the very end of the video, it shows one of the boxes of like the bootleg stuff, and it said Gildan on the outside at the very end. I was like, oh no! I was like, Southern. There it is. It's the Gildan. There it is. That's the lady. That lady probably caused that Gildan. She's putting up fake stuff, and then they thought you were part of that whole scam band. Thank you, man. Vanessa said it sure did. I remember you teared up for the first gift. Now we make you hungry. I did. Because Vicky was our very first subscriber ever. When Vicky subscribed, I literally was like in tears. I'm still so grateful, and she still subscribes to this day, which is amazing. And you know, it just helps keep stream running a little bit. So anyway, I remember getting teared for that, and then I remember the gift, and I was like, what happened? I was like, what is that? What is that blinging thing? Did someone just give me something? I am grateful for each and everything you guys give, though. I hope you know that. Yeah, I know Gildan. Sony Clover, which sells mid-luxe prints for their shirts on Gildan. I know, it's really interesting. I stopped using Gildan when I made shirts for that reason. Really, Tina? I didn't even know this was like a thing. I have sold so many Gildan tagged items, too. I've never had an issue. DJ Will's in the house. Yeah, Chanel is way different than the old Corvette on the used t-shirt. I know, exactly, Southern. I know. That's what made it so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Wish flower vent. What are you doing today? What do you wish for? DW. Okay, let's get this shipped. So, you guys know I do all of my shipping from Depop over on Pirate Ship. I know not everybody has that ability to do that, but it is something I'm able to do. So I'm able to make a little money on the shipping, which I'm grateful for because the Depop shipping can be kind of pricey, what they ask for. So this is going to Alexander in Michigan. And let's take a look here. So we got 8 by 6 by 11. Looks like 11 ounces. Yeah, boy. 11 ounces on that. Hey, talk about an argument. That eBay representative heard it from Mac that day. Ooh. See, Mac, that's how I know you're a Gemini, because y'all think, oh, Southern, she's just a sweet little thing. She's just like naive. She just never seen the Goonies. She's only thing she's ever watched is Footloose. Like this sweet little girl in her she shed. No, she's got a little feisty side. It's in there. I know it's there. You do not want to make a Gemini angry. Trust me, I'm a Gemini. Justin knows. He's like, uh-oh, the other personality's coming out. I'm going to the other room. Snappy's laughing. Snappy's laughing. Snappy knows. Snappy knows. All right, let's get this printed for Alexander. Get this out. That is facts. DD, what's up? DD, what is happening? Let's get it printed and moving right along. Alrighty. So what did, see, I didn't even talk about this. So we made like probably, I don't know, I guess like a buck on the shipping. And then I got this shirt for like 25 cents at a bulk buy at a garage sale. And it sold for 8. No, it didn't sell for 18. That's got shipping on it. So it sold for 12 after everything. Probably made $10 in profit on that one. Not bad for a little tiny investment. A little mini investment. Okay, then what else do we got here? So this one, we've got a little bundle deal. So one of the things I talked to you guys about, I guess it was like maybe last week or at the beginning of the week, that I took off the free shipping on my Depop for bundles, because for me, it was just causing me, when I was selling like 10 items a day on Depop during the summer, it was great. I didn't mind eating the shipping a little bit because I was able to get a lot of people to buy bundles, but it's been a little quieter through the winter and fall. I'm interested to see if Depop is going to pick back up in spring and summer, or if those buyers are now over on WN, primarily spending the money over there. Because when you think about it, Depop's demographic for buyers is going to be anywhere between like 18 to 35 kind of at maximum. And those are a lot of the buyers that are over on WN. And I'm not talking about reseller buyers. I'm talking about buyers that are buying it just to wear for their own personal goods. So I'll be interested to see. I'm interested to see what happens with that. I think it's going to be a lot of live selling. I think that's where it's going. So, excuse me. So, what I did do was I did a discount on bundles for the shipping. So they pay the original fee, and then they pay just like a small one. What did I set that up for? It was something on my back end. I just did that too, and I don't remember. Did I do it on I think I did it on Depop. Let's take a look. Let's take a look because I can't remember now and I don't want to give you guys false information. So let's see what we got. It was over on, I think it was in my settings. Shipping, policies, bundles. Buyer pays highest shipping. So now I've got buyer pays highest shipping. So for this instance, this is, he bought these 2 shirts and then he also bought this shirt. The shipping on this was $6.99. The shipping on this was none. However, when I ship these together, it's not going to go over $6.99, but it did encourage him to buy this second shirt because this is originally the only thing he bought. So once he saw that he got free shipping on the next item, boom, went in and bought this. So that's already paying off. I am going to recommend that versus the free shipping from now on. Do you ship internationally on Depop? I do not, EM. It is just something I have decided not to do because I ship my items off of the Depop platform. I don't use Depop shipping ever. I only use my own. I don't want to have some listings one way, other listings other ways. I don't want to do any of that. You can't have it multiple ways. You got to pick a way. And so for me, I am just choosing to not do international on Depop, but I do have international on eBay. So here's what I've done to skirt around the issue. So when I get someone that messages me, then they say, hey, I was wondering if you ship international. And I've gotten this question quite a few times. I say, no, sorry. On this platform, I unfortunately don't ship internationally. Smiley face. And if they can read between the lines, then they'll understand that that means on this platform. Oh, maybe she's somewhere else. And I don't know for sure that that's worked, but I do ship a lot of stuff internationally on eBay. I think we did 3 or 4 items this week already, just internationally. So, because you don't want to talk about a different app, right? We can't talk about that, but I can say I don't ship on this platform, winkety winkety. So, okay, let's get this shipped off here. This person is going to get a little planet, very cute. And then we're going to make this package as small as we can because I want to get the least expensive shipping I can. So I'm going to kind of bag this over. We're going to fold this. And what these were is 3 Western shirts. So 3 pearl snaps. This brand was Rodeo, which is not like a super huge brand. Any brand of clothing that is also aesthetic has a hard time because the search engines don't understand if you're looking for the aesthetic rodeo or if you're looking for the brand rodeo. So if you guys ever create a brand of your own, just make sure that your brand isn't also a keyword that a search engine would be looking for. So let's take a look here and see. Yeah, so this will give you an example. This here, 2 shirts for $27. Then the 90s Wrangler Blue Pearl Snap Vintage 22 for just the 1. So, but I got each of these for between 50 cents to $1. So we are going to make after the fees, after the everything, we'll probably clear $43, $42 on these 2. So not too shabby if you ask me. Not too shabby if you ask me. Not too shabby if you ask me. And these are going to Rocky in Arizona. Speaking of Arizona, the amazing Arizona. We weren't talking about him, but we are now. Arizona's awesome. Okay, so let's get these in a bag. Can I fit these in a small bag? Maybe. I think we can. I think we're going to do it, guys. I think we're going to do it. Thanks. I've always done well on eBay International as well. Depop actually requires self-ship on International. Oh, it does? There you go. Then there's the answer. I don't want to have to. What I love about the eBay International program is 2 things. One, it's so simple. All of my items get shipped to Illinois. I can even make money on the shipping over there on the first part because they pay the second part. So number 1, it's easy. I ain't got to put in all the fancy numbers and all like the codes and everything and what it's in it. I don't have to do any of that. And then also eBay backs their international shipping. So once I ship it out the door, c'est la vie, it's going to Illinois. And if it never makes it to the person after that, it ain't my problem. So anywhere else, it's like international stuff can take so long. I'm going to have people messaging me, hey, just wondering if my item's going to be here. Is my item here? It's going to be another language. I'm going to have to copy paste it, put it in Google Translate. I ain't doing none of that. That does not sound like a good thing to do. So if they can figure it out, though, they can go over to eBay and purchase it. So, and hopefully they do. Hopefully they can figure that out. Okay, so we are going to do, let's see, that's going to be 10 by 6, and that's going to be 1 pound, 2 ounces. Let's take a look. So they paid $6.99 for shipping. Let's take a look and see what we are going to pay. So we're paying $6.57. So we still made like 33 cents on this, even though that second shipping was cheaper. So if you have been offering free shipping over there, I know a lot of you guys don't do this over there, so it doesn't really matter. This is, you know, not for you. But if you go into your Depop section and go into shipping settings and then just click on bundles, you're able to choose that. It's the one in the second here. So it's a little way for you to be able to encourage the buyer to purchase more than one item. And I actually just came up with an idea, which I can't believe I haven't been doing this. This is insane. This is insane. How have I not been doing this? Here's what we're going to do. Depop sales free shipping. Oh my God, Charity, have you not been doing this? So I have a new message that I'm going to be sending. When someone purchases something from me on Depop, I'm going to send them a message that says, thank you so much for your order. Just wanted to know you have unlocked free shipping with this order. So if you purchase another item right now before I ship this, you're going to get free shipping on any additional items you purchase today. What is up? I'm going to send that to every single person now and let them know that they get free shipping on their next item. Lil Pickles! Gia's Closet's here and Paige is here. Hey, guys. Okay, so we're going to buy this label. We're going to get this shipped off. Man, I need more coffee today. Whew, it's been a long week. How has this week been so long? I don't know what is going on. All right, and not like bad long. It just feels like this week like went on forever. Like, TGI Food F today. I had to remember the acronym. Myra, how are you doing today? I hope you are well. I'm happy to see you on here again. All right, so this is going to go UPS. Okay, let's take a look here. I think that's everything. I don't think we had anything over on Mercari. Oh, let me put this in Depop. I can't believe how have I not been sending that? How have I not been sending that? What am I doing? Good gravy. You know better than that, you silly, silly girl. All right. It looks like we just got a message on eBay. Let's take a look here. Oh, they're just saying thank you. So I send a message out every time I sell something. I'm going to cover this up here so you guys can't see the name. But every time I sell something, I send a little message out. And I'm going to encourage you guys to do this. I think it really helps with the people not returning items, or if there is an issue, people reaching out to you. And I'll let you guys know what I say. It says, thank you for your order. I'll get this shipped out ASAP. Smiley face. If you run into any issues with delivery, the item, or anything else, please reach out so I can help. I appreciate you. Have a great day. This person just messaged me. Thank you so much. I was really hoping to get it here before the 8th. This just opened up a conversation. You are so welcome, and I'm actually shipping this today, so I'm hoping it'll get to you by that date as well. Smiley face. Have an awesome one! Exclamation point. So that is just me having a nice little conversation. And now, if it doesn't get there by the 8th, or this person has any issues, they are so much more likely to be like, yeah, I didn't get here in time, but you know what? This seller was like super nice to me, and it's not their fault. Now, if I had messaged her, I didn't include a sticker or a thank you card, nothing, it doesn't get there by the 8th, she's going to be like, that person probably didn't ship it really fast. I'm going to look and see. I'm going to give them a 3-star. I wish the item would have gotten here bigger. I'm going to complain. Once I got the pants, I didn't really like them anyways, because they weren't even here for the thing that I was supposed to wear them for. So that's how I imagine the situation would go. But now it's going to be like, oh, they didn't get here in time, but that's my bad. I should have ordered. They are super cute, and the person was like super nice. See those two things? And sometimes it's just the little things, like a little message, maybe a little thank you note, maybe a little sticker if you want. You don't have to do all that. I'm just saying, I'm not you, but if I were you, I would be considering doing little things like that. The voice to text is so real. I know, right? Groovy, thanks for the like. Okay, we're going to take a look here and see what we see. Let's make sure everything says, oh, this one still says awaiting shipping. Garden City, which means I just forgot to put the details in here. So it must be this person. Let's take a look. Let us look. Let us feast our eyes upon it. Yes, so we're going to copy that. We'll go over to the old puppies here and put that in. Mark it as shipped. Mark as shipped. And boom, and boom, and bada bing, bada boom, just like that. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything on Mercari? I don't think so. I don't think I had anything on there today. No. Nope. Nothing over there. And let's just double check that something else hasn't sold on eBay while we do this. Okay. I think we're good. So that's going to be me today. I'm going to be headed to post office, and then I'm going to be going to get my eyeballs checked to see how old the old lady's little eyes have gotten. So that she needs to get stronger glasses because her body is slowly degrading over time. It costs $0 to be nice. I love that. How long did it take you to consistently get sales when you started posting? Lulu, consistent sales? A while. I mean, I was really part-time in the beginning, like wickedly part-time. I was just selling some of my mom's old decor. And then I started doing a little sourcing. Then I did a lot of sourcing, and then I fell and hurt myself, so I didn't work for a while. And so I've really only been like what I would consider consistent for maybe like 7 or 8 months now. I would say it probably took 6 weeks of mega listing and really putting a lot up to start getting like one a day, and then it was like 2, and then it was 3 a day, and right now I think we're up to anywhere between 5 to 10 a day. But honestly, it's been quieter because it's been like post Christmas. So I'm interested to see what happens come spring and summer. Is this going to be a year of people buying stuff primarily from listings? Is this going to be a year of people buying stuff from live shopping? Is this going to be a year of people buying them on both? Is it going to be 50-50? We never know. We just never know. And right now, I think it's slow for a couple different reasons. There's been tragedies and stuff in the media. There is a new president that's been put into office. Whether you agree with that or not, it doesn't matter. Whenever there's a new presidential person put in, things kind of freeze a little bit because people are trying to figure stuff out. We're also post-Christmas. So there's been a lot of the wildfires and floods. And I mean, there's just been a lot. And so when that stuff is happening, spending isn't on people's minds as much. There's this magic date, though, and I will die on this hill, of February 16th. I've done sales and marketing for years with other businesses, and almost every single business I've ever worked for has seen an uptick in sales starting like around the 16th of February. So I always just get excited for that every time of year, no matter what I do. Can you request a new pair of old eyes from them? Oh, girl, I ain't never getting rid of old eyes. Those are legit. Those are the real deal. I spent $2 on those at a garage sale. I ain't never getting rid of them. You're so welcome, Lulu. I appreciate it. All right, you guys, I'm going to head out of here. Have a fantastic day. I think I'm going garage sailing tomorrow. Maybe. It's a 50-50. It just kind of depends on what the weather's like. I'm in Texas, and when it rains here, ain't nobody doing nothing. So, that being said, I still may sneak out for a few just in case, because I don't mind being in the rain. I grew up in Seattle. All it did was rain there. So I'm used to it. All right, you guys, always helping others, dude. We give and we get, right? I love that. Okay, peace, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye, everybody.